Yo guys and welcome back to the Touchliner. Look at this setting. Oh my goodness. If you can see the boxes, ignore them. Alright, because in there are United's European hopes. Yep, I've packaged them up. 2 weeks in, I've given up. Just kidding, but I'm not very happy. Alright, Mr. Benjamin. I'm not happy at all.
Why are you not happy? Tell me right now why you're not happy.
Well, United, we've spent about, 200 million? Maybe a bit less on that front three. We can't score. We're still there. Same as last year. 2 games, 0 goals scored by our players. Today, well, actually, about an hour ago, or 45 minutes ago, United finished off their game against Fulham 1-1 for Muniz own goal and Smith Rowe equalised. Last week, we lost to Arsenal in a performance that gave me some hope. I thought we played well. I thought we hit them on the break well. And Bumo and Cunha showed me reasons to be optimistic. And we've just reverted to type this week. The first half was good. We created some chances. We're very direct. Second half, Fulham figured out that if they just mark Mbumo and Cunha, we won't do anything. And
That's your creative outlet. That was your whole creative outlet that game.
Exactly what happened. And I'm going to criticize Amorim subs because I think his subs today were all wrong. I think bringing off... I could see his thinking in taking off Ahmad, but to replace him with Dalot, who's not been good enough for 7 years, 8 years at United, I don't get, and I still can't believe he's at this club. Bringing on Ugarte instead of Mainu, who has 0 minutes this season. I don't know what's going on with Mainu. No idea at all. Does he not trust him? Does he not think he's good enough? But majority of the United fan base really want to see Mainu play because both games we've been chasing a goal and we bring on Ugarte. Doesn't make any sense to me. Despite his defensive actions in this game, he was shit against Arsenal. I still don't think he's good enough. And I mean, I'll shout out Lenny Yoro. I think he was probably the best player on the pitch today. De Ligt was all right as well. Didn't really put a foot wrong. Yoro almost scored the goal. It deflected off Muniz to go in. But I'm just not moved, And I know there's another week left of the transfer window. So midfielder, it looks like Lemans or Le Mans or whatever his name is. Looks like he's coming 17 to 20 million. Low risk, high reward. These are the kind of transfers I've been talking about on this fucking podcast / show for like 3 years. But I like that. But, shout out to Bayende today because while looking like a bitch on every single corner and getting shoved, he created our only big chance in the whole game. So...
Oh, yes. Yeah, that was a great ball as well. You don't actually see any of that from him ever because he's shit. But great touch from Cunha, who I had a bet on today for the first time ever to score or assist. So I was really backing Cunha today. I needed a goal or an assist from him, and then I needed a shot from outside the box. That's literally all I needed. Tell me why, in the first 10 minutes, this guy shoots from outside the box, just over the bar like that, and then he has a one-on-one, and he misses it. Tell me why that happened. It's because I placed the bet. It's what we call touchliner curse, in brackets, specifically Ben, for some reason. I don't know why.
I went through the same thing.
What?
When I was at uni, and I decided, you know what, I'm a bet. Everything I bet on didn't happen. Like I can't remember what team, but I put plus 10 fouls, and this team has been fouling non-stop for like the last 5-6 weeks. Nothing. Like 5 fouls in one game. Don't bet.
Yeah.
BeGambleAware.org. Honestly, don't waste your time because you win one.
One thing I'll say, okay? Amorim, it's interesting, right? It's interesting that the whole front line has changed because you needed to score goals, and we're now into the second game of the season, and you still can't score. Is the manager, yes, it might be too early to say this, is the manager actually the problem? Because you brought in a lot of talent. Sesko, who can't really seem to get involved too much in the game. You got Cunha and Embuemo, who are trying to make something. Cunha looked great in the first half, but then just completely fell away the second half, obviously because he marked out the game. Bruno Fernandes, I don't know what's going on with him. Where is he playing? Is he playing in the 8? Is he playing as a 6? Is he playing as we need to figure out where Bruno is going in that team, because it doesn't feel like he's fitting in particularly well. And then obviously, I mean, the guy who normally gets you out of terrible, terrible situations, and you were goal down. Oh, sorry, you were. It was 0-0, and Bruno had the chance to raise the bar, and he skies it over from a penalty. Tell me your thought process.
There's a lot going on. I agree with you. I think his place in this team is unclear. I mean, he's been in a free roll 10 his whole career, and now, for the first time, he's in a system with no 10s. You're an 8, or, I mean, technically the two forwards can be left and right 10s, but it's not really the profile that Bruno's used to. So unless we're looking to play him there, which keeps him away from play if it's not in the final third, he's going to have to either get used to the 8 or, I don't know, not have a place in this team. I don't want to say it, but it looks that way. I mean, Saudi have come in again. It's not Al Hilal this time. It's, I can't remember, Al Ittihad. One of the Saudi teams have come in for him again. And, there's talk of, is he actually thinking of leaving? Is he playing in this team now and realizing, oh, actually, I don't see myself adapting at the age of 31 to what Amorim wants to do, which is fair. But I want him to adapt, from my heart. But I'm looking on the pitch, and you can see he really wants to just do what he wants. He wants to run and be here and be in the attack. But he can't. In this system, you have to know your role and stick to it. If you don't get the ball for 20 minutes, you might get it for, I don't know, right at the end of the game to make a game-influencing decision. You have to be patient, but Bruno's not that. And it's worrying for me because it's a system. He's a system manager, Amorim. He doesn't want to change. And if you want to back him, back him. Like, I don't know what he actually thinks of Bruno. I know he's publicly backed him, but he's publicly backed Bayindir. He's publicly backed everyone, even Rashford, Garnacho. He said that they're still the players. He's never said anything bad publicly about these guys. So I don't actually know what he's thinking about him. With the forward line, I'm not going to put it on the manager yet because I don't think it's enough time. It's more frustration that Amorim didn't make the right substitution. Sesko, I think, could have and should have started today because while Mason Mount can do a cool flick, he's not really doing much else. You've got to give Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha all the starts right now all together because they've got to learn to play together. Because usually teams will get a new left winger or a new right winger or maybe a new striker and a new second winger. And the core is there. You guys signed a new right winger. And I think signing a striker as well will be a big change. And that will take time to adapt. So I think we do need to be patient. That doesn't mean I'm not pissed. And that doesn't mean I'm not expecting Mbeumo and Cunha to actually fucking score or get an assist. Cunha should have scored at least one of his chances today. And Mbeumo wasn't as effective as he was against Arsenal. I'm not worried about the front line. I'm worried about Amorim's thinking when we go down because I don't know why on earth. Mainu, man. I don't... Ugarte, Pugarte, Shitgarte.
Yeah.
Get out of my club.
Rubbish. He's absolutely rubbish.
He's so shit on the ball.
One thing as well with Amorim, I can't tell if he's like a footballing genius or if he's actually just a bumbling idiot. Because sometimes in these press conferences, he says stuff that I'm like, yeah, I really get behind that. I really rate that. Where he's like, yeah, we've had the worst season ever. Like, you guys shouldn't have any expectations. Like, we have to raise the level from where we were. Like, I know where we're at and it has to be better. I respect that. But then when he comes out against Arsenal in the press conference there and says, we showed we can beat any team on our day. I'm just like, brother, you didn't even score a goal and you lost the game. Like, so I'm not sure where this confidence is coming from. Like, yeah, you played better than Arsenal and you looked like you should have won, but good teams win and winning teams win, and you didn't win that game or score. And to me, today you had the same issue. There wasn't that killer instinct. You didn't have that like threat going forward, which Mbeumo and Cunha really should be delivering for you. And yeah, that one-on-one with Cunha, and when he's played through by Bayindir, he should be scoring that all day long. But it's a great save, but he still should be scoring that. So an amazing touch. All he has to do is slot the ball, and it doesn't fall his way. I think that Fulham, it's not even the hardest place to go, and it didn't really look like you guys were up for the challenge at certain points in the game. I thought Luke Shaw actually looked pretty good for most of the game. And this is exactly what you've been saying. Like, he's going to probably have a great season now. You'll probably have the best defensive season of your career this year, and you'll get into the England squad. 200%. I see it happening.
Oh yeah, no, he will. He will. And Mount will stay fit, whether he gets chosen or not. These two jokers are going to stay fit. All right, I've been saying it because I know what these guys are about. But look, I don't want this performance was very last season-esque. The Arsenal performance was very positive. I was feeling a lot more positive last week. I had a lot of points and a lot of reasons to be excited. I'm still looking forward to seeing these guys gel.